Midwest Ghost Hunters and Dark Matter. It's our podcast we do here at Pythian Castle every weekend.
Please like, comment, and share on whatever podcast platform you're listening on.
And if you can read minds, I want you to email in and tell me what I'm thinking right now.
You almost busted your ass in that chair just now.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
It's kind of like that time travel experiment. Do you remember Einstein's time travel experiment? Where he like sent out a bunch of invitations?
Oh, yeah. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
But what is that related to? You falling over in the chair backwards?
No, me asking for any mind reader psychics to email in what I'm thinking. And if they can, I'll believe them.
What you're thinking at this moment
right now.
Will you remember what it is?
I will.
Okay.
And this is your chance to prove it, everybody. If you want to say that you're sensitive or gifted, show us.
What is Dustin thinking
Email me in right now and say, what am I thinking?
John, what...
I had
an idea.
Yeah, I had a lady at work ask me really what I thought was a great question. She came in and said, okay, you guys go out and you guys look into these houses and you're checking out, you're looking for ghosts. How do you know when you're doing this that a house is haunted? If you catch one thing in that house, do you consider the house haunted? Do you have to catch 2 or 3 things? Does it have to be audio, video? Does someone have to experience it? How haunted do you think this thing is, or is it haunted? And I didn't really have a great answer for her other than saying it really is just the sum of the whole. You know, if you just catch one thing, you could probably write that off. But it depends on what that one thing is.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, if you see a person, like at Tap House.
Right, and that's the example I gave, too. As I said, we were doing an investigation at Tap House here in Springfield. I saw one of our investigators, Dustin, walking, and I saw a person that was not in our group walking in front of him. At that moment in time, that one thing that I saw pushed the haunted stamp onto this place, and nothing you could do could change that.
And we didn't capture it at all.
Right.
You know, we joke about like haunted stamps and stuff, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to collect evidence of things that we can't explain. Our job is to say, hey, we heard this. We don't know what it was.
However,
it's paranormal.
But at the end of the thing, she's asking, when we leave the investigation, do we think the place is haunted? For example, if we were to investigate here at Pythian Castle, before we even start the investigation, based on the running amount of stuff we've had happen here, I will tell you, no matter what happens there that night, the place is haunted. Now, going to another location, what will we say? I think it's a great question.
If we went to 417 Tap House and the first thing that happened was you guys saw whatever you saw, that person, we're going to probably stay until we catch something we can show. Because we can't show an experience. We have experiences all the time.
Well, in that sort of situation,
that's some of the best shit, but you can't prove it.
Right. But it happened to me, and then it happened to Dustin. The same thing. Dustin saw the same thing there at Tap House when we were down there. So I'm going to say in that situation, I would vote haunted.
And it's very strange because we didn't catch much else.
Well, we caught the thing saying your name.
Yeah, and we caught some whispers.
A
whistle,
whistling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And see, that's where it came down to with
But
her.
honestly, if we had just saw what we saw, that's enough for me.
Right.
Because I can't explain what.
That's enough for it's a lot of times.
But it's like you said.
A lot of times things are enough for us. Is that her question? Like, what is it for us?
Well, yeah, she was saying, how do you guys determine that something is haunted? I mean, you've done this now for several years.
Okay.
At what point would you say it's haunted? Does it have to have 12 of them?
I just get a really strong feeling when I walk in the room.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I said that you were the guy. You were that guy.
We come from two different areas, though. We do that. We determine whether we think a place is haunted. But then we also feel like at the end of that investigation, if we feel like it's haunted, we got to have something to fucking show. We got to have something to bring into the podcast, put on the website to show that it's not just an experience that we had and you're going to have to take our word for it.
Preferably just great audio, too, by the way, because that's what we're after is fantastic audio for the podcast.
Oh, yeah, audio, video, anything. Yeah, audio for the podcast, obviously. But, we'll take video or anything like that. We don't really have a threshold where we hit critical mass and determine, one more thing. And this place is fucking haunted.
Right. I mean, we talked about that with the egonometer at one point in time, but the deal is I don't know that there is, for me, that there's you've got to have 40 things.
It's kind of like, you don't have to have 40. No, I don't think so. I think we have a pretty good idea when we walk out of a place based on what we experienced, whether we caught anything or not.
Yeah.
But, you got to remember, like, we say it all the time, but like Willard, it took like 3 trips, right?
Yeah.
So you just never know. But what I mean by like the egonometer, which was a joke, okay, was like just kind of a way to kind of visualize, like, you know, we keep saying preponderance of evidence. So like if you got a guy that like his YouTube search history is full of like watching people be tortured, and he likes to go outside and get a small animal and throw it against the wall, then there's a murder in his neighborhood.
Right.
Right.
Probably the guy
Let's look at that guy first.
that's torturing the frogs
Yeah.
and looking at the videos of people being tortured. Like, it's preponderance of evidence.
I mean, really, though.
And I could bring up politics into this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take the high road, and I'm going to sidestep that.
That's actually a great example, because you can use preponderance of evidence in that situation, and somebody's fundamental beliefs will make them ignore all of the other factors.
Just kind of like common sense. Like the guy that's looking up the torture videos is probably the guy that killed the guy in his neighborhood.
Right.
Probably.
And you need
Is it 100%? No. But what does your common sense tell you? He's probably guilty.
Well, and I think you also have to have a lot more evidence for something that somebody fundamentally doesn't believe in. You know, if you absolutely do not believe in something, you're going to have off the chart evidence.
And there are some people who you could show them undeniable proof.
Right.
And they're going to be like, no, that's not right. That's not.
No, that's true. I mean, there are people that if Bigfoot walked into this room right now and picked up Eggy and threw him around the room, there's people who will say, no, that's just not true.
I'd be
That's
bouncing
fake.
off the walls saying, there's got to be a reasonable explanation for this.
Right. There's got to be something there.
See, when you die, you're going to be Popeye punched by Bigfoot.
Boy, that'd be a twist, wouldn't it?
That's going to make no sense to anybody.
But
Who didn't last week.
I thought that was a great question.
It is a good question, and I can't really think of an answer.
Thought we just answered it.
My answer was it all depends. It depends on what it is, you know. And I always told them.
I think she was asking, what is your what criteria has to be met?
And anything that is paranormal that shouldn't be there. Like if we walk into a house and like at one point we hear, get the fuck out, and we hear nothing else for 5 hours, we're still going to walk out of there and be like, remember when we heard that thing tell us to?
Yeah.
And we're going to be like, it's probably haunted.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't one of us.
What brought it up, John?
Well, we were they were doing this profile on people, and they listed the podcast that we do in my profile. So they sent that out to a lot of people that weren't aware that we did this, and so they're like, "Hey, that's really fascinating. That's super cool. What do you think about this?" So that's what kind of brought that in.
How long ago did that happen?
Last week.
I was going to say, because from this point forward, if my daily life is any reflection of this, people are going to be coming to you with everything.
Probably.
Everything.
Yeah. Anytime.
Showing you pictures of things, and you can't see anything in it. You know, that happens to me all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Look at this picture I took at my aunt's house.
And
something falls in their kitchen cabinet, you're gonna be the first person to hear about it.
I let the air out of her tires on that. In that, I said, look, the way that paranormal appears in the movies, thankfully, we really haven't had that happen a lot. We've had that happen close to that one time, but not to the degree you see it in the movies. So it doesn't look like it does on.
No, even our most extreme experience, if it was a movie, people would be like, this is boring as fuck.
Yeah, because you didn't really have the good visual. You didn't have the walls didn't bleed, and there wasn't
Now, when we get our movie deal, we'll have to spice it up.
Went on and I Googled to see what would be other questions that people might have for paranormal investigators. And instead of bringing that up, it brought up questions for paranormal investigators to ask ghosts. And I thought that one of the guys was fantastic in his response. He said, well, I like to keep mine very conversational. And I'm like, what? So he said, I don't like to be. And another guy says, yeah, you're absolutely right. It needs to be conversational when you're in here talking to the entity, to the beings. You don't want to ask them the same questions. This is what he's saying on this thread. He says,
is this Reddit?
Yeah. You don't want to ask them the same thing that everybody always asks them. I'm like, look, dude, you're not interviewing William Shatner.
It's like,
who's been asked
like
about Captain Kirk for 100 times.
When someone asks you, good morning, how are you? I'm like,
well,
you're not going to tell them the truth.
And then this other guy had different criteria that he would say, I ask some things that are facts, and I ask some things to try to bait them into this, and I try to ask them some historical questions because I don't want to lead them. Well, no, you would be leading because you're the one planting that idea. So
right.
It was kind of interesting.
Probably the best.
Did you catch the game last night?
Well, one of the things that
Skeens really blew it.
You know, one of the things I will say, though, is usually we have had responses. We have. in some of these that we've gone out and done. But a lot of the best audio that we catch is just random stuff that just jumps up out of nowhere. And that happens on this podcast all the time. It also happens on our paranormal investigations.
It happens a lot. And going back to what you were talking about with the people on the Reddit thread, probably the best advice I ever heard, and I don't remember who said it, about doing EVPs is to treat it like you're talking to someone with dementia. Ask a question and you got to wait up to 90 seconds to get a reply.
Don't rapid fire. Don't rapid fire those questions.
And I do not stick to that. Once you're in the moment, sometimes it's so fucking quiet, you feel like you got to jump in and say something, again.
And the other thing, too, it's a good idea if you've got multiple people in the house doing these, and we don't stick to this either, by the way. We don't
we
do
don't
this.
stick to much.
But one of the things that happens is that
most of the advice we give, we don't actually do.
But one of the things that would be neat to do if we would do this is we had responses at the last investigation we did that things were saying and answering things to questions that I wasn't asking. But then when I would go back and pull another recorder, I hear Chris about the same time in here saying blah 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 blah. So you want to have that. It's a good idea to, prepare.
Yeah. One of my favorite, I was listening to one of the older podcasts and I couldn't even tell you which one it was. I picked one randomly. One of my favorite slogans was Dustin said,
Midwest Coast says we don't know anything.
We don't really know what we're doing.
That was so good.
Oh man, I just got a fucking head rush.
I love that.
I said I'm going to put that, on T-shirts. We don't really know. We don't really know what we're doing.
I think we should put that on a T-shirt because that would automatically make us the most truthful ghost hunting group.
Yeah, but people don't want the most truthful.
One of the best EVPs ever happened several years ago. This has not been a recent investigation. This is several years ago. We were in a house, and it's Ty and I in the room. And Ty comes in, and I'm in here just doing these dead serious EVPs.
I know what it is.
What is your name? Did you die here? What do you want? And Tyler just in the same cadence. I mean, just doesn't bat an eye or anything else. He says, "Are you the ghost that's making this house smell like shit?" And I lost it. I just lost it, and I laughed. Oh, it was so funny.
I remember that.
And the thing is, for you would hear me you hear me laughing like for 45 minutes randomly forever. And Dustin's like, on another recorder, Dustin's like, "What's that sound? What's that sound?" And Chris just, "It's John." No, listen to that. Listen to that. That's John. And Chris doesn't smile either. And the funny thing is, it takes Ty like 45 minutes to finally start laughing at me laughing. But anyway, it's so good. So good.
So that brings us around to, our own methods and the idea you had. We absolutely have to remember to do that, to sync our recorders at the beginning, because that's a great idea. That way we can, say, hey, check your recorder at, 3 hours and 21 minutes.
Right, yeah. Even if they're off by a few seconds, it's still going to give you an idea.
I can't believe it's taken this fucking long. How long have we been doing this? A long fucking time to realize.
Because I thought about this and I thought, okay, here's what else I could do. I could come back in and put all of the things on a timeline, mark when I hear something on the very first timeline, and then just drag all the other recorders back into the same timeline. And then I've got a line that goes all the way down to listen.
And just a full coverage recording.
Live listening anymore.
Well, no, you can still do live listening.
You'd have to stop all the recorders and then sync them all back up again. Or
Well,
you're gonna
that's
one
true.
recorder that's not synced anymore.
Right. One would be non-synced. That is true. That is true.
I mean, we don't do that much live listening.
Right. No, not a lot. And even if one's off by a little bit, it would still get us roughly in the vicinity of it. It's going to be, if I can be within 5 or 6 minutes of something, I can find it faster than 4 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Much better. So we'll definitely be doing that.
And did you want to play some of the?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to pull those up.
We had a podcast, several weeks ago, where we had all kinds of stuff that was going on. And as usual, the times that we thought that we definitely heard something, there's nothing there. There's also other random things that just jump in.
Let's go ahead and play a few of these. I don't remember exactly what podcast these are from, and it doesn't even matter. But these are some.
These were caught on site here at Pythian Castle.
Some EVPs that we caught during the recording of the podcast. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to play one. This one, the best. I can't play it, can I?
Pterodactyl.
I'm going to play that one again. This one, the best. I can't play it, can I? I hear I can't tell.
Pterodactyl.
Is it a breath or is it something else? Do I need to turn it up a little bit?
It's a. Here, I'll turn it up.
I can turn it up a little bit on this end too. Okay, let's play it one more time here. I want to hear. Let me get both ears in the headphones. Here we go. This one, the best. I can't play it, can I?
Pterodactyl.
I hear it back there. I can't
There's
tell what it
something.
is. I can't tell what it is. Let's do the next one. Here we go.
Springfield Police Department responded.
There were a bunch. How many did you find? It sounds like the same thing.
Yeah.
Did you hear it back there? One more time. Let's do it again. Here it is right here.
Springfield Police Department responded.
There were a bunch. How many did you finally? Can't tell what it is, but we got one more here. Here it is. A little bit about the investigation itself. Did you hear anything?
I don't hear a thing.
Do
on
it
that.
again. Hang on. A little bit about the investigation itself.
I don't hear it.
Okay.
But sometimes when you do these things like that,
I know.
you'll hear it on one and then not hear it on. And then there's been times that we've done this that I don't hear it here, and then when I'm at home processing it, it's like burn in the depths of hell. And the funny thing is, then it's like we'll go home. I'll go home, and then there'll be Chris like, I don't hear anything at all on that.
And if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, we were playing EVPs in here, and Dustin had his headphones laying on the table,
Right.
and he could hear the EVP better with the headphones
you're
on
right,
the table
right.
than we could with it on our heads. It's weird how that works, because I'll listen to some of these at home on like the laptop, and I'll hear it. I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that's a good one. And then we get in here and play it. It's like, I don't even fucking hear it anymore.
Right.
So that does happen. Yeah, that does happen every now and then. We need to remember, and I need to get him back in contact with Debbie.
The Willard House lady.
Yeah, the lady that owned the Willard House, because we need to do the investigation at her place.
There was also a couple in Branson you were talking about.
Yeah, there is, and that one may have to sneak in first. I don't know. There's several. There's two in Branson. And then
It's kind of unusual to go from no Branson ever to two of them right back to back.
we do have two in Branson that we're going to have to do that I've been in contact with for quite a while. He was having a significant activity. He had seen, figures, and, he's got, I think if I recall correctly, he has kids who live there. I just remember telling, when I was talking to him, telling him, we had to do Bree's house, the one we did a few weeks ago. And then I told him that his would be, next. So that's going to be in Branson. We'll have to see what's happening down there. And by the way, we do have Bree's investigation up on the website at mwghosthunters.com. You can see what we caught at her place.
I live really close to Wilson's Creek Battlefield now.
Have you had any activity since you moved out there?
And how close are you exactly? Like backyard?
Like I could hit a golf ball to it.
Have you seen anything or
No.
that activity? That area is known for activity.
Nope, nothing. Ghost free.
We've tried.
I mean, the town of Battlefield. We had a person who was going to have us stop by, and then things just didn't work out. But I've heard all kinds of paranormal activity in Battlefield. We had Carrie in, and she told a story about her house in Battlefield. So you're in a hot zone.
I think that Battlefield person popped back up. There's so many emails from people wanting investigations. I've got to go through and sort them out, but I'm 99% sure she popped back up.
That'd be a nice one to do. I could walk there.
Yeah, it could be your neighbor.
Could be.
Or it could be the squatter in your basement.
Yeah, or wouldn't it be funny if they sent back and said, "Hey, don't need an investigation. We sold it to this new couple." Wouldn't that be great?
They don't suspect a thing.
Yeah, they don't know anything about it, so I really don't want to.
In fact, they've sunk thousands into repairs, and now they're stuck there.
This guy's name is Dustin, and he bought this house. And so, if we could just kind of fly this on the down low, that would be cool, though. If you owned a haunted house, that would be awesome.
If he owned one?
Yeah,
Or
if he owned one, it'd be awesome.
that'd be nice, because we could just go investigate your place.
Yeah,
And
if we during down times, we just go over to your house.
Think of all the free content.
and then the rest of us could all just go home.
Right. The fact that your house is close to a zone that's active, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have activity there yourself. Because I live pretty darn close to the biggest, most haunted location we ever had.
Yeah, he lives real close.
I mean, real close. And
When
I've
you've
never
been-
had anything.
When you've been to John's house, have you realized where that house in Willard was
Yeah,
from where you are?
Yeah, I don't know why you bought that house.
Honestly, when this was going on,
It's real close.
when it was going on, I really thought about it. I thought, boy, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm pretty close to the haunted zone. I don't think I want to get that close. But what we did, so it's possible you're not going to have anything at your house.
Well, sometimes when you buy a house that's built on an Indian burial ground, it takes like 6 or 7 years. How long have you been there?
So it's got a clear escrow. Is that what you're saying? So that's what's happening. So you kind of have the period of time, whenever you can't get in there, it's got to wait till you pay off the insurance part of it,
right,
before it does some stuff. I've got over 10 years, so, and I think had nothing.
I think you're good.
But my point was that the fact you own a house in Battlefield does not necessarily mean that you're going to have activity.
No, because as we all know, ghosts can't go through doors.
They could seep into basements.
Oh, they
seep. Like groundwater.
But there are a ton though of paranormal.
Radon.
There are a ton of paranormal stories that do come from Wilson's Creek Battlefield.
I was just reading about one of them.
No, it's a really active. Even like the site itself, like the tourist spot where you can go, like the actual battlefield.
What is Bloody Hill?
That's where like a lot of the fighting actually took place.
So that is here. Okay,
Yeah.
I have to.
I mean, fighting took place like all throughout. Like, you know where OTC stands in Springfield?
Yeah,
that's the highest point of the city.
That's just down the road.
And before they cleared off all the trees and stuff, that is like a huge hill.
Well, I mean, Drury University. Didn't it have some shit that was related?
Yeah, that's right by OTC.
Yeah.
So like that whole area there is where the Union camped there. They had
But
a
as
camp.
far as the actual battles and deaths in battle, that happened mainly at the battlefield, didn't it?
Yeah, that was the big site. There were little skirmishes everywhere, though.
I have to plead ignorance, even growing up here and having gone, in third grade to Wilson's Creek for the whatever, for the field trips. I have to plead ignorance. I don't know much about
People
it.
claim to hear like
I'm not a
cannon
Civil War
fire
buff.
there.
Yeah. Well, there's recordings. I mean, if you go to YouTube, the only thing I remember as far as Wilson's Creek goes was that we had a field trip there when I was in like third grade, and they kept hyping us up because there was going to be reenactors that were going to be doing whatever Civil War reenactors do during our field trip. At the end of I remember thinking throughout the whole field trip, where are these motherfucking reenactors? And then we got back on the bus and went home, and there never were any. So the taste I left in my mouth from
they do
Wilson's Creek was
they do reenact large scale reenactments.
There's
I know they do. Why didn't they do it when we were there?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
there is
You weren't even alive.
supposedly there's like a house that's still standing that served as a field hospital there that was, and it was a bizarre situation too, because both the North and the South were using the same field hospital, or at least that's a story I heard, which I wouldn't think they would do that, but I guess they did. Is that right?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I haven't heard
Many
that.
years ago, someone who worked in security or something, groundskeeper, I don't remember, out of Wilson's Creek, told us or emailed and said, you guys should come out. And I remember at that point, I tried for like 3 or 4 months to get us in there. I might as well have grabbed a ladder and stood on my roof and pissed into the wind, because all those emails just went, nobody ever replied to any of them. So I kind of just gave up on it.
They might now.
You think?
Maybe.
Because of what?
Because
of our raging popularity?
Because we're not a bunch of just random people. I mean, we are
true.
random, but I would lead with our website views and
the podcast.
and numbers and stuff.
We could bring someone on the podcast. Say, if you want to drive up numbers at Wilson's Creek, well, we got a venue for you to do that.
Yeah, they also just might not want to.
Isn't it owned? I mean, it's owned by the government, right?
I'm assuming it is. Yeah, it has. I'm assuming so.
I mean, that in itself is going to make it fucking impossible.
I don't think it would be private.
Because I tried to get into the state building downtown too. The place that used to be a hotel where Wild Bill Hickok shot some motherfucker. Mm-hmm. It's been haunted for years, and I tried to get us in down there, and that didn't go anywhere either. So I don't know. Anytime it's a government building or
it's
property,
just not going to happen.
I just kind of steer away. I don't know. I would love to go to Wilson's Creek. It's so well known, and it's got so many stories that come out of it. It's just I don't see it happening. I mean, I'm looking through. There have been groups go there though. I'm looking right at one.
There's got to be a way to get in there.
They probably pay money.
I'll try again.
Yeah,
we don't pay money.
No, we don't.
Well, what we could also do is set up in someone's yard. If we had somebody in Battlefield who would let us use their yard, we could set up and do an investigation from that person's lawn.
Yeah,
we'll have to try to find
if
someone.
Only.
That does sound doable.
Yeah, I mean,
Wouldn't that be funny? You see us out here with these flashlights. It's like 2:00 in the morning. Did you die here? What is your name?
I'm looking here, and there are groups that have been there. So I'm going to email them again. Wilson's Creek National Battlefield. It's through the National Park Service. It's going to be tough.
At least there won't be any red tape.
Yeah. I mean, it'll require background checks and everything. So that speeding ticket's going to fuck us up, Dustin.
I don't even want to talk about that. It's not a speeding ticket.
Oh, what was it? Oh, you rolled through a stop sign.
It's failure to stop in the middle of nowhere with nobody around.
I always come to a complete stop. That's why.
I hope that cop gets
I do too,
haunted.
John.
I hope she's haunted for the rest of her life.
Yep.
I'll get in touch with them and we'll see what they say. I mean, hell, you never know, I guess.
Right. You can ask.
I mean, when you suggested contacting Pythian to do our podcast here, I almost didn't do that.
well, and I've also got to get back in touch with the Missouri State Pen because they greenlighted it and then they ghosted me.
They greenlighted what?
Just to come up. They said that'd be great, and then they just never got back with me. So I'll check back with them.
Oh, they must have looked us up.
Well, speaking of getting ghosted, me and John last fall was on a Bigfoot podcast,
Yeah, and it just never came back again.
and then we had connectivity issues.
Did I not?
Well, you weren't able to because your internet was out.
Oh,
and
that's right.
We were having to,
I was
having
setting
to
up
join
my computer trying to. I did get
And it was-
email correspondence from that person afterward
Yes, you did.
because you guys told her that I was very interested in going.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But that wasn't real. Anyway, the whole point is me and John were able to get enough internet to join this podcast for, I don't know, we were on there like 20, 25 minutes or so.
yeah.
It never aired.
Before it went, well, I don't think it
no,
did.
they never.
I don't think it did.
They never put it on.
And then at the end of it, she's like, why don't we just go ahead and stop there and we'll try to do a part 2 later.
And they never
Part
finished
2
part
never
one.
happened. Part 1 was never completed.
But we had this
Part-
bizarre, and this is like the only time in the history of the world that I was the guy with the best internet, and we were not at my house. And it was so bad that we even tried to get on my phone, and my phone turned into lava.
I did too. It was so weird because we did it in my house because my internet is always up, whether it's a fucking
It was
ice
like
storm.
it was because we have
or
the
a
same.
hurricane.
We have the same internet provider.
We do have
and
the
they were
same-
having some kind of widespread issue because I didn't have it at all.
And usually, when everybody else is having problems with MediaCom, I don't. Usually, mine's up. It's always up. But this night, of course, it was fucking up right and left. And so I at first we did it. I can't remember whose phone went first, but at first I think it was mine because I pulled up the link. And what was that program they were using? It was like Zoom, but it was.
StreamYard. It's
Yeah.
a great program for podcasting.
I pulled up the StreamYard link on my phone, and we were doing it on my phone for the longest time, and then it shut off, and I grabbed my phone to see what the fuck happened. My phone was like 10,000 degrees, and we're not saying something paranormal happened. We're just saying what the fuck happened to our Bigfoot podcast.
Well, I think that they ironically ghosted us.
I don't know.
Because the part that we were
It disappeared.
on,
There's no evidence of it anywhere.
the 25 minutes that we did appear,
I said it disappeared. There's no evidence of it anywhere.
the part that we did, the 25 minutes we were on was good.
It was excellent.
I thought it was really funny when you guys told that person to call me because I was interested in going on a
That
Bigfoot
wasn't supposed to be
expedition.
serious.
Well, they took it very serious. Because they were telling me confidential dates and locations.
But look, I
I
would
was like,
go,
don't tell anyone because we keep it pretty small, but you can tag along.
I would go on one of those. I absolutely would.
I'm not going on one of those alone.
No,
I would go.
that
if it
wasn't
were not-
meant to be.
But I couldn't take off. The thing is, it was going to be like a
It's like
Friday
Thursday through Sunday.
If you're gonna be one of those Bigfoot people that go to these secret Bigfoot retreats, you gotta not have a job.
Yeah.
Because it was like
or you gotta have
Tuesday
something-
through Thursday.
And my job's pretty flexible, but
I can't walk into my boss and say, hey, I'm going to be gone Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I got to go hunt Bigfoot.
well, I could walk into to my boss and say I'm going to be gone. Hey, I'm going to be gone Thursday through Sunday, no problem. But I have to use my own time off to do that.
Yeah, I can do that too.
So I have to be selective.
I just have
in
to
where
tell them personal day. Very personal. I want no one to ever hear about it.
But I would.
Nobody can know.
I would love. I would love to go on one of these outings to see, because what I envision may not be true at all, but I can envision like a big campground.
What I envision
people.
is like what we experienced at Mars Hill, but at a much larger scale.
Well, yeah, kind of like that. But I want to see what perks everybody's ears up.
I'd rather be stuck in the Mercy VR waiting room for 36
If
hours.
we all go, you're absolutely going.
Yes, because
the fuck I am.
That's
You're
what
going.
would make it so great. Because I
We'll
would
tie
love to,
your ass up.
Not going.
wouldn't it
Not
be great?
doing that
You
shit.
see us all in a tent. You just see Ty's bald head in there, and he's like, "This is stupid. This is dumb. This is
He's like
idiotic."
that. He's like the older sibling that gets dragged to like Disney World. Yeah. And everyone else is trying to have a good time.
And then-
he's like, I hate it here.
Like every time we went to Florida.
The whole point in going would be him going.
Yes.
I mean, fuck.
Well, I'm never doing anything like that, so
Well,
don't get your hopes up.
You'll
If
be
I'm
there.
using my time off, then I'm gonna fucking enjoy it. I guarantee you that.
This would be
I would
enjoyable
enjoy
as
that.
fuck.
I would enjoy that more than any vacation I've ever been on.
Enjoyable for you
I want to
guys.
see everybody, their ears perk up and go, run into the cliff because they heard a Squatch call,
Yes.
and see, what you hear.
This is stupid.
It is stupid.
It's easy for us to make
I mean,
fun
you'll
of.
sit and watch Mountain Monsters for 2.5 hours for a video
I don't
that
mind
never
if
gets
I
released.
do.
You might as well go see it live. Like it's just a live showing of that. Like,
Well, we could,
no offense to anyone out there, but it's going to be very similar to that. I'm pretty confident.
No, I mean all the offense to everyone out there.
Well, one of these days, he's going to be face to face with a motherfucking stonish giant.
What do they call him? What's the other word for him?
For the other word for what? For the stonish giant?
No, for Bigfoot. There's a
Sasquatch?
No.
Oh,
But
a wood
booger.
wood booger.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Tyler, what do you think about that?
I'm playing pinball.
I saw a bumper sticker. Did I send you guys the bumper sticker that I saw?
I don't remember.
Yesterday, the bumper sticker that said Mothman ate my entire ass at Denny's. And it had the Denny's logo. Did I not send you that?
No, I would have remembered that.
Oh, here, fuck, I've got it right here.
great.
I would have remembered that.
I got to pull that shit. Here it is right here. I sent this to you guys. It shows I sent it.
No. What thread? The group thread?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't get that.
I never got that.
I sent you a picture of one picture you sent came through as like static.
yeah.
Legalize eating ass. What is this guy?
I don't know.
Is that now? Wait a minute. There is a picture that you sent that was all pixelated and it was just like it was.
It may have been that one. I don't know.
Legalize eating ass.
I mean, he's got 3 bumper stickers. He or she, well, no, there's several. Yeah, one of them says legalize eating ass. And the other one says, and it's got a little picture of Mothman there with it. See, look at him.
Yeah.
It says Mothman ate my entire ass at a Denny's. And it does not have the Denny's logo. Sorry, I was thinking of that incorrectly.
It's got the color.
Speaking of cryptids, though, that just made me think of that. But yeah, if we ever go on a Bigfoot expedition,
No, Ty's got to go.
no, I'm not. It's
Yeah,
not.
you will be
not
there.
happening.
you will be there.
I won't.
We'll ether your ass and throw
promise
you
you.
in the back of John's truck,
Good fucking luck.
That would be.
and then drag your fucking body out into the woods.
You're just going to get really tired one day and fall asleep and then wake up in the middle of the woods.
I would more look forward to a colonoscopy.
See, this is what makes it so funny. I mean, I have to have something to entertain me while I'm there, and this would definitely be entertainment.
Yeah, he'll be there. There's no question.
I don't know why you think that just going has to mean you.
I don't know. 'Cause
Like, why did those?
I like
That's
to.
what I was just thinking.
I like to enjoy things, and I have a finite amount of time on this earth, and I'm not going to fucking spend it looking for Bigfoot.
It would be enjoyable.
What do you mean you like
For
to?
you.
No, for all of us.
It should be fun for you because
We're
you're
not-
hanging out with us.
we're
We
not-
just said that. Like,
yeah, we're not enjoying it because we're out there hoping we find Bigfoot.
Do you think I had fun at Mars Hill?
You don't have fun anywhere.
Going and talking to
You've been on the beach frowning, so I don't.
me frowning. Me.
You huffing and
I'm
puffing.
not even gonna. I'm not. I can't.
Huffing and puffing 300 miles from
I can't-
Springfield,
I
Missouri,
can't
down to
even-
the Panhandle of Florida.
Tyler. This guy talking about anyone else frowning and being mad at things. I can't. My brain is shutting down.
It probably should.
when the four of us are out there in the woods, or five, Hunter could come too.
Hunter will come because he knows that going doesn't mean supporting.
It's just going out in the woods. It's like a hike.
Did you have fun?
I would rather hike.
We'll call it that.
Then go hike with us then.
Let's go hiking. I'll go right fucking now hiking, but I'm
We'll
not.
call it hiking.
going
That's
on a big-
essentially
I'm
what
not-
it's gonna be.
I'm not tagging along with a Bigfoot group going on a big excursion.
What if we did
Tree knocking.
What if we did our own, where we didn't have to deal with the group?
I do that too.
Yeah, you could even throw in UFO spotting.
I do that
while you're
too.
out there.
I do that every time I'm driving alone at night. I'm UFO spotting.
It's no different.
Nope, isn't. I'm also Bigfoot hunting when I'm driving alone at night. Coincidentally,
It's the dumbest fucking
looking
argument
out into
I've ever.
the,
This is
looking out into the trees.
Dumbest argument I've ever had.
Well, no, it's no different.
It's not really an argument. Like
You guys want to go to any metal concerts?
I would go.
to a metal.
You want to go to a heavy metal live show? You want to get in the mosh pit with me?
Does going mean I have to be a fan of that metal band?
Do you like going to metal concerts?
If I go, does that mean I support them?
Do you like metal concerts?
Got him.
No, you fucking don't. You would never go to a metal show because you don't like it. I'm not going Bigfoot hunting because I don't fucking like it. It's stupid as shit. I don't want to do it.
Well,
Well, we're gonna do it, so
We'll have fun.
we'll reconcile it later.
that's the thing, though. It will be fun.
For you. It will be
Did you
fun
enjoy your
for
time at
you.
Hamstring House or any of the other ones that were just boring and waste of time? Was that fun?
Yeah, because I like to do that.
Okay. Well, I think this would be fun.
I think so. Yeah, don't worry, we'll all go. It's going to be the same thing when we're at the Route 66.
Yeah, actually, you could consider that a Bigfoot hunt if you wanted to.
We could kill two birds with one stone at that one, actually, yeah. I don't expect to catch any ghosts.
We might even find Momo.
It's Momo.
That's the Missouri cryptid,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the Missouri monster. It's Momo.
like a dog thing.
I don't know what the fuck it is. Whatever it is, we may run into it.
Oh, I'll tell you, with my luck, if anyone's gonna run into Momo, the
It's
goddamn
gonna
dog man,
grab you by the neck and drag you into
Yes.
the woods.
yes, it's gonna bite me from the head down to the waist and just drag me off.
Damn.
And then it's going to throw me into the roadway, and then a cop's going to stop and give me a ticket for blocking the roadway.
Now, is our Route 66 thing? Are we thinking out? We're thinking outside, right?
It has to be.
What do you mean?
Well,
outside?
unless there's like a structure along Route 66, like an old bar.
No, I envisioned
Yeah, you're gonna be
Okay.
on. You're gonna be on a road because there is no.
Yeah.
There's no structure there.
it's going to be terrifying.
which is actually kind of dangerous, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's why it needs to be kind of a secluded area.
We need some reflective vests.
Yes, we really do.
Do
That's
we
true.
really?
Yes.
Yes. No, you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to get hit by some
Drunk.
F-250 guy throwing Bud Light out the window. Like I don't want to die.
Oh, he's just out there looking for Bigfoot.
He might be. I bet he's having a good time with his friends. Bet he is.
All right, we'll figure out the Route 66 thing. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be because we tend to shy away from outdoor investigations at all, but this is one we're purposefully doing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll be back next week.
More Dark Matter next week from Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri with Midwest Ghost Hunters.